may be a long time before it's safe to go back to our nation's theme parks, we'll soon be able to experience the thrills and chills of one of the most famous roller coasters of all on the big screen. That's right, folks, Space Mountain. The world's most famous roller coaster about space, mountains, and sometimes Star Wars is finally getting turned into a movie by Kenobi writer Joby Harold. So, my question to the panel is, why? My second question is, what do you think this movie will be about? Angelique, let's start with you.
Look, I'm going to tell you something. I love movies. Love them. I love bad movies. Really bad movies. There was one movie that I've ever walked out of in the movie theater, and it was Tomorrowland. And I'm going to tell you something. I literally, in the middle of the movie, was like, I'm done. I got up and I left. It was 5 years before I actually saw the end of that movie because I couldn't bring myself to watch it. And you know what that movie was about? A theme park ride. So those are my feelings about you taking my favorite roller coaster, a roller coaster that I have ridden no less than 30 times, and making a movie out of it. Done.
Yeah.
Wow. I still have yet to walk out of a movie. There's been a handful that I wish I had in hindsight.
Really?
Yeah,
I never have either.
Really?
Yeah, there was one. I think it was called Night Moves or something. It had Jesse Eisenberg and I want to say Dakota Fanning as like eco-terrorists. And I was with two friends, and afterwards, all of us looked at each other and said at different points in the movie, we all wanted to walk out, but we were too polite to say something about it. So never again. Your time is too valuable to watch that Jesse Eisenberg.
You get up and you leave.
And here's the thing. I felt bad about it. And there was like maybe 5 of us in the movie theater. So it was like no one was going to judge me. And for a good 5 minutes, I was like, I can't believe I paid for this. I should
That's the thing. You already paid for it. Like,
you're not getting a refund.
You're not getting a refund?
You said this was Tomorrowland?
Yes.
Yeah, that movie was pretty bad. I can't lie.
That movie was painful.
Yeah, did not care
and
for it.
And you had a smart cast, but I was like, yeah, I'm not here for it.
I think to answer your question, Dan, money is why. And because they have property, money. I mean, it's free money. That's always what I say when people question the live action recreations, because they're like, why are they making live action recreations? I'm like, why not? Because it is that property that they own. They have it so they can make this into a film. And it worked with Pirates of the Caribbean, so it'll eventually work with something else is kind of their motto, which I get. My thing is, I don't know if you caught this, Dan, Legend of the Sword, King Arthur writer.
That's why I'm excited.
Yeah. One of my favorite movies of that year. Great film. Literally, I think the only people who like that movie are currently on this Zoom call with me.
You have 3 of the people who were fans of that movie.
But I'm gonna ask you though.
Yeah.
Name another movie that was based off of a theme park ride that's been successful. I present to you again, Tomorrowland, The Haunted Mansion.
Yeah.
I'm done. That's it. I don't need to present anymore. I think I'm done.
Literally, Space Mountain could be about anything. That ride has 0 narrative. It could be literally about anything as long as it's in space and has a mountain involved in some way. It's like...
See, I would like to see them do a kind of real-time thriller of people waiting in line for Space Mountain for an hour and 57 minutes. And
We've
then
all been
you get the 2 minutes of joy at the end, that huge action sequence, and then
a whole 2 minutes.
They race to the bathroom.
And then it's a race to get back in line. Because I'm going to tell you right now, I lit that, and then there was an Aerosmith ride over. Yeah,
I know what you're talking about.
That ride was look. My
the one
sister,
at Six Flags?
No, it's at Disney. Well, they're replacing it now. It's at Disney. There's an Aerosmith ride at Disney.
Yes. It was like was it the Jimmy Fallon ride? Was that the same thing?
I can't. It's the same park where the Haunted Mansion is.
What a combination, Jimmy Fallon and Aerosmith. Sounds like quite a ride.
But Space Mountain is.
Yeah, Space Mountain's legendary, right? Like I remember my first time going to Disney, and I was like, "Do you want to just ride Space Mountain again?" And then we just kept doing that over and over. Yeah.
But is there a difference? So I'm actually from Florida, so I'm a Disney World, not Disneyland person. I don't know if there's a difference between the spaces
Yes.
mountain.
There is, and also secret. There's a difference in what line you get in. By the way, so
Wait,
a lot of
what?
people don't realize at Space Mountain there are two different sides.
The space side and the mountain side.
Yeah.
There's a left.
There's
and
Big
a
Thunder
right.
Mountain, and then there's Space Mountain.
No, there's a left side and a right side, and when I was a kid, they were two different speeds. And so if you asked if the person wasn't really into roller coasters, they would suggest one side versus the other.
This sounds very vaguely familiar.
Yeah, my sister always took the faster side. I didn't have a choice.
This is more fun.
Like if you just told me that without like, that's something I feel like I would have heard of as a kid. And it's like when someone tells you there's like a swimming pool on the 3rd floor of your high school as like a rumor to trick a freshman. Like there's a secret speed.
No, that story is the story of Fariel from the Universal Studios that I'll tell you one day, and how I went the back way into the Harry Potter ride.
Oh no. A tour.
There's a back way.
Well, there's the Dueling Dragons, or whatever it's called now for Harry Potter, used to be a roller coaster called the Dueling Dragons.
Yes.
And there's a way to cut through the line so you don't have to go through the whole line again. Where you just come out of the exit and cut through and can go right back in.
There's also a back hall in Hogwarts.
You're welcome.
Wow.
Well, I'm going to file this away for when it's safe to actually go to a theme park again. But before we move on to the next topic, is there a theme park ride you think that actually deserves a movie?
That doesn't already have a movie? Because that's the problem.
Because I would say, it doesn't already have one. I would posit it's no longer in existence, but Justin B in the chat echoing my opinion there. Tower of Terror feels like.
Wasn't there a movie? Was there not a Tower of Terror movie?
I feel like there was.
Wasn't there something?
Something.
Did I make
maybe
that up?
way back in the day, but I would say that it's worth having a new movie made about it. I think
like a
you could do
reboot.
something fun with that. Yes.
How about a new Water World, guys? Right? That's what we want. No?
Our producer Adam is saying there was a Steve Guttenberg made-for-TV movie of Tower of Terror.
I knew it.
I'm talking about big screen, not tiny living room Gutenberg.
Okay.
Gutenberg is a huge star, man.
Yes,
actually,
star of my favorite episode of.
In my mind, Steve Gutenberg is a fucking genius.
Party down?
Sorry, guys.
Yes, party down. Thank you.
I knew it.
My brain was buffering, and then we got time. It was fantastic.
Don't worry, I got you.
I agree. He is. That's what the G is for in Gutenberg. Genius.
Yes, no, it is. It is.
Being genius.
I don't know. I would love to. Going back to Aerosmith, I would love a movie that is based, and it's just called Love Is a Roller Coaster, and I want it. Also, and as I say it, in my Harley Quinn is like literally behind my head. She's like, "No, you don't. That's not what you want to say."
Well, there's
Love Is a Roller Coaster.
The Rock and Roller Coaster in Universal Studios in Florida. That is like you pick the music that plays when you ride the roller coaster, and so if you pick Sabotage from the Beastie Boys, it's like perfectly timed where you have that lead in and then goes over. And I was like, I want that feeling from a movie about a rock and roller coaster.
You know, the Imagineers and all that, the engineers behind that ride were so stoked when they're like, it lines up. It lines up.
Perfect.
That's incredible. I feel like Sabotage is that one song that everyone uses for everything.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because
it just
it's
fits.
a great song.
Rightfully so.
Yeah, it fits. It fits. Yeah.
It's good enough to trick alien interlopers. It's good enough for a roller coaster. It can do no wrong.